lock the door. 5, 6, grab your crucifix. 7, 8, better stay up late. 9, 10, never sleep again. This is God.
Yes, you bet your ass it is, baby. Hope you like the outfit.
I know the kids in their dreams just love it.
And if you didn't realize, we're going to Elm Street, baby, in a brand new unboxing. 4K style. Oh, yes. And I cannot wait. This is going to be terrifyingly awesome, man. Ever since it got announced, man, to finally have it in my hands, ready to open it up for you guys, it is a dream come true. A nightmarish dream. Yes. Oh, it truly is, man. Celebrating the creepy season in the best horrific ways that we possibly can, man. Celebrating Mr. Krueger. That is for damn sure, baby. Oh, it just... Oh, man, it makes me so excited. I just want to...
Hack and slash teenagers to bloody pieces.
But I gotta hold off. It's a nice thought, truly, especially teens these days. But, well, I kind of want to keep the box set in pristine condition, so maybe we'll sort of skip on the hacking and slashing for now. Well, at least until after the unboxing. But, well, I don't want to wait any longer, so let's get back to our regularly scheduled program, shall we? Much better. Even though it's not nearly as iconic as the old child killer. Yes, yes, man. And speaking of Mr. Krueger himself, dude, I have been anticipating this since the announcement, okay? Because I am a horror movie lover. You are a horror movie lover. And there are certain characters, certain movie villains that are so iconic that you know them simply by their look, by their name, by their laugh, you name it, man. You know who they are simply by the weaponry, you name it, right? And Freddy Krueger is one of them. And yet at the same time, despite all of the iconicness that has happened over this entire franchise and how much it means to so many fans out there, as physical media lovers, we've kind of gotten the short shaft a little bit with this franchise, haven't we? I mean, especially as of late. You've seen Jason Voorhees get a lot of love through boutique labels, 4K goodness, Steelbooks, you name it. You've seen Michael Myers get so many great collector's editions releases still to this day, man. People are putting out great editions that people are buying in droves. I mean, you've had Art the Clown have great editions. You've had so many other icons out there. But what about Freddy? Well, if you're like me, you've tried to keep up with the good, the bad, and the ugly, right? For instance, if you had that DVD box set back in the day, that was a really sweet box set. I actually used to have that many, many, many years ago, man. And it was such a cool edition because when all of the spines were put together, it had Freddy, right? It had him with his hands out, man, with all of the cool, like, horrific goodness, man. It was a great edition for the times that it came out. That DVD edition was really awesome, man. And ever since then, I feel like they've never actually shown this series as much love as all the other ones out there, man. Because I have this really crappy Blu-ray edition the 7 original Nightmare films in this collection set, which is just like, yeah. Some of them are even double discs. It's kind of embarrassing, man. And you're thinking to myself, wait a minute. For Freddy Krueger, we just get this simple package set? When every other franchise is getting big box editions, collector sets, Steelbook love, why is this just languishing in really just crappy packaging hell, man? What the fuck? I was wondering the same thing, man. And to be fair, in recent years, there's been editions of the original Nightmare on Elm Street movie that have had some cool editions every now and again. You've had like the Infinifilm edition of the DVD back in the day, and you've had some other ones that have come up here and there. But when Warner Brothers decided to actually put out this bad boy, that's when everybody started to pay really close attention. Because you're looking at this, you're like, dude, this is a really awesome Steelbook, man. This is really fucking killer. I loved the design of it. And everybody thought, man, they're putting this one out. They have to be doing something, right? There's got to be cooks in the kitchen. Somebody's planning something, man. How could they not? And this sold like hotcakes. This sold big, baby. And it made Warner Brothers stand up and say, hey, wait a second. Maybe there is life in this franchise. Maybe we can actually put out a deluxe edition of the entire series based off of the popularity of just putting out one Steelbook alone. And thankfully, myself and the rest of the fans included decided to buy this bad boy, and it showed Warner Brothers that the demand is definitely there, and thus they decided to show the love right back to us, baby. Indeed, they did. And I cannot wait to show it off to you guys. I really can't. And let's be honest for a second, okay? We always thought that this series would get some sort of love eventually, right? We thought Scream Factory, because you're thinking, wait a minute, they put out an Omen box set, they put out a Critters box set, they've put out a Fly set, they've put out the Halloween box set, they put out Friday the 13th box set, and you're thinking to yourself, well, geez, the only other natural progression has to be Nightmare on Elm Street. And you'd think that was easily going to be the next gimme, right? Easily. It's a layup. And apparently there was rights issues, and they couldn't quite work everything out with New Line or Warner Brothers, and thus it just all fell to the wayside. And then everybody said, well, we're probably not going to get it. And thus, here we are today, man, with all of the false hope, with all of the absolute terror of thinking that this series was never going to get even close to the same love. We're finally here, man. And dude, when the pre-order came up for this, I pre-ordered this like a bad boy, man. I mean, day fucking one, I went out of my way to buy this like you wouldn't believe, man. Pre-ordering like you wouldn't believe, man. I was going for that shit fast, man. And I wasn't the only one. A lot of people missed out on this, man, and the pre-orders went fast, and damn did they sell out like a mofo, man. They truly did. And so anybody who missed out on it, the frustration's real. I get it 100%, man. I've been there. I've been on the losing end of this stuff so many damn times, but I needed to buy this. As a Nightmare on Elm Street fan, as a lover of this franchise, this series, I just had to do my best to get a copy, man. And indeed, I did. And there is the regular edition. There is that regular 4K set that did come out, which does look pretty cool, but damn. I wanted the Steely love, man. Oh, indeed I did, man. And as you can see, it comes in the Amazon Prime box. But what's even more important than that is that it comes in this box right here. Now, if any of you all got the Superman 4K set, you'll notice that the same type of packaging you got from that set to this set. What I mean by that is that Warner Brothers is the one that packaged this and sent it off to Amazon. Amazon didn't package it like this. Because if we know Amazon, we know that they put it in the most flimsiest fucking packages you can possibly imagine. And that normally it's got dings, dents, all kinds of issues. And I think these type of box sets, whether it's the Superman set or this one, big box sets that are high value, Warner Brothers is protecting them a little bit more than your average Amazon package. And by the way, I'm grateful for it. I'm not complaining, man. And I hope that with the extra packaging and the protection means that it will actually have come in sturdy condition. One can only hope. Oh, baby. I'm kind of nervous. I'm kind of excited. But oh, man. But it's going to be so worth it. Oh, my God. Look at this bad boy. Oh, man. Too good, baby. Too good indeed. Oh, look at that. Oh, it looks good. Oh, the Nightmare on Elm Street 7-film 4K collection. Oh, look at this bad boy. This is awesome. Oh, man, this is so cool. Woo! Oh, it's too good, man. Let's open this bad boy up. How sweet. A real treat. Oh, yes. Look at this bad boy, man. Once I took the plastic off, actually you have the iconic sweater here. And I got to admit, the design is simple. All right, but it doesn't need to be busy with all kinds of crazy artwork all over the place. Yeah, it is kind of cool from time to time to get that. I mean, sometimes it works better than others, but sometimes being simple and iconic, the sweater is something that everybody recognizes. It's easily Krueger. You know who it is. And it's immediately iconic. You immediately know it. And it works really well for this, man. And you get kind of the burn holes and everything from the sweater. Really nice. Oh, look at that. You take this off. Oh, look at that. Oh, that is awesome. And then you get this right here. All 7 films in Steelbook form. They look great. No slashes or anything. It's not like Krueger took one of the butter knives to it. Oh, so great. So iconic. Let's look at each Steelbook, shall we? The undeniable classic, Nightmare on Elm Street. Love that the original artwork is on here, man. I think that's the one thing that pleases me more than anything else, is the fact that we get the original theatrical artwork, man. And look, I love a lot of Steelbooks. I love a lot of new artwork that's out there that these companies are doing, but quite frankly, nothing really beats the original. Am I right? It really doesn't, man. It's iconic, and it's iconic for a reason, man. And it's so good. The front side of it, the back side, and on the inside, it comes with a certificate of authenticity. Mine is number 4,856 out of 15,000, man. So I'm glad that I get a little bit of authenticity love there. Very nice. Oh, I dig that. Look at that. Great steely love. Nothing really beats the original, man. And truth be told, why I love this series as much as I do is because this was one of the first major horror films that I ever watched, man. When I was a little kid, and I was way too young to be watching this motherfucker, man. Man, I was way too young. But I watched it, and I was so terrified that Freddy was going to jump into my dreams and fucking slash me and kill me, man. And this was a really great example of my mother really being proactive and showing me articles and magazines and TV clips and showing me that it is a guy behind the makeup, behind a mask. The idea that it is all play, it is all acting, that it's not real. And it made me appreciate horror. It made me appreciate these films a lot more and the performers behind them, and that's what really got me into horror, was movies like A Nightmare on Elm Street. So finally having it in this really great steelbook form with the original art is just killer. And on to part 2, which I know there's a lot of people who really are kind of mixed on this movie, to be fair, man. And I'll be fully honest with you. I really dig Freddy's Revenge. I think it's a solid movie. Now, mind you, it's not as good as the first and not nearly as iconic as the third movie. And there is some plot issues here and there, and Lord knows it's definitely got some interesting undertones. But I've always had fun with this movie, and I thought the kills were really cool. I love Robert Englund in this movie. I like the character of Jesse, and actually I met this actor at a horror convention a few years ago, and he was really gracious, really humble, one of the nicest guys that you'll ever meet, really talk your ear off, and he was just so grateful for the fans and the love. And I really appreciated him so much, man. And just talking to him and getting a chance to really tell him how much I appreciated this movie and him and his performance in it. And it is really great, man. And just, again, having the original art is just so awesome. Look at that, man. The backside is so great. On the inside, Jesse with the hand and everything. So great, man. It really is awesome. This is really great. It's fun. Not the best of the series, not nearly the worst either. Yeah, you could say it's a mixed bag here and there, but for me as a fan, I'll always love it. We're the Dream Warriors, don't wanna dream no more. Yes, Nightmare on Elm Street Part 3, baby. Dream Warriors, man. So good, man. It's really great having Heather Langenkamp back, and of course, all of the great teens that are fighting Freddy and shit. Oh, man, this is iconic. The soundtrack, you name it, man. This movie, if anything, really brought Freddy Krueger to the massive popularity that he eventually, and has still maintained, became, right? I mean, yes, the first one is the best. And yes, the second one, maybe a little bit of a drop-off, but still has some really great horrific scenes. But this one really just blew it wide open big time, man. And rightfully so. It's just an awesome movie with awesome characters and great special effects. And it really brought Freddy into a more unique persona, right? I mean, cracking the jokes and the laughing and the puns and everything, it pretty much started here. Yeah, there was a little bit in 1 and 2, but this really just was just taking that character and really just setting up a personality and a charm and the quips and just sort of going back and forth with it that really just made it as iconic and as entertaining as I think everybody really still loves to this day, man. And it's so good. And again, the original artwork is so awesome here. God, I love this so much. The backside is really great. Welcome to prime time, bitch. Yeah, you definitely gotta dig it, man, and I really do. So great with this movie, man. I love it so damn much. One of the best in the series? Yeah, obviously. You might have beat him in your dreams, but nightmares never die. Yes, in Dream Master. Oh, look at this, man. Oh, you gotta love it, baby. I love this movie, man. What a great flick, man. A really great companion piece to Dream Warriors. And again, just up the ante with Freddy. You know, more puns, more jokes, more personality, more crazy, wild style kills, man, and unique dream sequences. And it just really is a great sequel to the series, but also really giving fans everything they want plus more, man. And I've always really dug the Dream Master. I've always really appreciated it. And look, it's Freddy doing his thing and being badass. And I definitely appreciate that, man. And this movie is no exception. And you thought you had him beat. Think again. Not only does Freddy want to get in your nightmares, but your womb too. Yeah, then the Dream Child. Nightmare on Elm Street 5, man. Look at that great original art, man. Oh, man. God, that theatrical art is so good. On the backside, too. Oh, so great. Love it, man. I have a soft spot in my heart for Dream Child. I really do. I think because they were trying something different, the idea of being a more adult themed teen pregnancy, the idea behind that, and Freddy coming back into the real world through taking over this child in Alice's body. I thought it was an interesting concept and an idea, and I think for me, what always captured me about this movie is the fact that we have a surviving girl again. We don't have just Heather Langenkamp. We have Lisa Wilcox, who survived part 4, coming back for part 5. And out of all of these survivors that we've had within the series, really, for the most part, only 2 main actresses were ever really ones that came back for more. You had Heather Langenkamp, who died in part 3, and you have Lisa Wilcox, who came back for 4 and for 5. And so I was always fascinated by that. I was always interested to see survivors coming back, to see the storyline progress and continue, and I appreciated that with this movie, man. And I think why I've always also really been interested in this movie is the fact that this movie got undercut. We were getting to a point where the MPAA was cracking down on horror movies, and they couldn't be too gruesome, and they were worrying about the kids. Yeah, because I guess nothing else is gonna harm the kids. Freddy Krueger? Really? Okay, fair enough. Whatever, man. But the fact that this movie got cut severely, I mean, to the point where a lot of the kills got watered down, things that were really cool concepts and ideas, like the kill on the motorcycle, that was supposed to be far more gruesome, far more horrific, and again, they just watered it down because of the MPA having to just force them to cut it down, man, when it just wasn't all that effective at the end of the day once you ended up taking all of the more terrifying qualities to it and just stripping it all away, man. And so this, more than any other one, I am really truly anticipating, because what comes with this is the uncut edition. The first time that the uncut edition of Part 5 has ever been actually released. This is exciting, man. This is one of the reasons why I really wanted this. I mean, of course, I wanted all the other movies. Obviously, I wanted them in 4K. I wanted the Steelbooks. But to finally get to see Part 5 in its uncut version is truly special, man, and something that I'm really anticipating. I really love this movie, man. I love the characters. I love the themes. I love the quips and the puns and the personalities of Freddy. Of course I do, man. And it's on full display here. And now in uncut form, that's going to be pretty killer. Well, you had to go sometime, Freddy. In Freddy's Dead. Yes, look at this artwork. Oh, I love this, man. Alice Cooper on the back. Oh, dude, Freddy Krueger's dad. Come on, man. Awesome. I love that. And on the inside, Freddy playing a little Nintendo goodness. And, oh, the 3D glasses as well, because this comes with the 3D version. Obviously, towards the end of the movie, when the demons come in and she's battling Freddy and shit, had to have the 3D glasses attached. Very nice, man. And I'm going to be honest with you. I don't love Freddy's Dead. Okay, I really don't, man. And for the longest time, I really just thought this was probably the worst of the franchise, man. I don't know. It felt to me to be a little bit more softer. They were trying to go more, I don't want to say kid-friendly necessarily, but it felt like the real horror elements of the franchise that we had early on were kind of getting a little bit further and further away, man. The jokey Freddy was definitely more prominent, and the horror element was kind of lackluster, man. And Freddy's Dead just never really did it for me. I always really looked at Part 5, The Dream Child, as really the last official Nightmare on Elm Street movie. In my mind, that's how I always looked at it. But with time and perspective, looking back on Freddy's Dead, I gotta admit, it's not as bad as I once thought it was. When I was younger and I was such a horror hound and really just going for all the horror that I could possibly find, I was really going more towards the real gore, twisted shit, man. And I looked at Freddy's Dead as just a last gasp that just didn't work, man. And now, being older, I see it now and I'm okay with some of the quips. I'm okay with some of the more cheeseball kills, the Nintendo glove, and the whole, like, you know, animated shredding the paper shit. You know, I mean, it was okay for what it was, man. It wasn't terrible. I thought it was just lesser then, put it that way. And now looking at it with more older eyes, I can appreciate it just a wee bit more, just a little bit, man. Look, Freddy is still awesome. Robert Englund still kills it. And I love, if anything about this movie, I love the backstory, man. I love finally really diving into Freddy as a character, his teen years, seeing the father, seeing his daughter grown up and going against Freddy and then battling with one another. I liked it, man. There is issues that I ultimately have with it. I don't think the makeup nearly is as good as some of the previous versions. And again, it's not nearly as effective as some of the earlier flicks, but it now has a place in my heart that wasn't there before. Put it that way, man. It's not perfect, but for part 6 in a series, you could do worse. Freddy goes meta. Who knew? In New Nightmare. Yes, man. The last official Nightmare on Elm Street movie. And this one is kind of a conundrum, simply because it's not really part of the series necessarily. It doesn't continue any of the storylines, but they're taking the concept of Freddy and putting him in a real world scenario where there's an actual Heather Langenkamp, there's an actual Robert Englund, there's an actual Wes Craven, and there's these Nightmare on Elm Street movies that do exist, and there is a real Freddy that is trying to come out from the shadows and actually take on the actors themselves, man. And all of the horrific goodness that goes along with it, man. This is an interesting movie because I gotta admit, for me, there was a disconnect when I watched this the first few times, man. I just couldn't really get behind the idea that it is Freddy, but it's not really the Freddy that I knew before. But I appreciate it now for so many different reasons. One, because Wes Craven did go meta. He decided, look, if I'm going to come back to this franchise, if I'm going to direct another Nightmare on Elm Street movie, I'm not going to do just another sequel for sequel's sake. I want to do a concept that is a little bit more challenging and something that nobody is really expecting. And I believe, if I'm not mistaken, this movie came out in like 93, 94, somewhere around there, and nobody was really expecting this. And to think that only a couple years later you would get Scream from Wes Craven and it would hit so big and it really revitalized the genre. And to think that 2 or so years before, he kind of did it with this movie. Maybe people were a little bit over the Nightmare on Elm Street series at that point. Maybe the concept didn't quite get through to people. Who knows, man? But it was interesting that he tried here only to really succeed a couple years later, man. But I still really like this movie looking back on it now, man. And I think Robert Englund is really great in this. I love the makeup effects. He's really doing something much different with Freddy, really bringing it back to more of the darker tones and horror element to it. I love Heather Langenkamp here as well. Miko Hughes, the little boy. And I really, really dig just the element of going into the darker elements of the Freddy nightmare dream world, man. And I thought the visuals were so fantastic, man. So it's something that I didn't quite connect to before, but I think I kind of do now. I love that with the tongue. So great. Again, it's not the best. It's not the worst. It's a unique and interesting movie. And for me, I think now as I get older, it definitely does the trick a little better, man. Sometimes what you don't appreciate when you're younger, you appreciate when you're older. And Freddy just kind of grows on you. Kind of a nightmarish thought, isn't it? Indeed it is. And something tells me that I'll definitely be having a lot of nightmares in 4K quality. Yes, indeed I will, man. And look, they came all in perfect condition. No scratches, no dings, no dents, nothing. I mean, there's a little bit of scuff on the top here, a little bit of wear and tear, maybe, but I'm cool with it, dude. Look, this thing came in glorious condition, way better than I ever thought it was going to, and it looks fucking awesome, man. I love it so much. It is so great, dude. To have these movies in 4K quality is gold to me. I've been waiting, God knows how long, to finally have these in just a great box set edition, man, to finally own it. I have so many great horror box sets and so much great collector's editions of so many great iconic villains. I wanted it for Freddy, and I finally got it, man. It is so awesome to finally have this. And it comes with all sorts of special features and commentaries and everything like that. And you know what? Along with that box set, I also have the DVD edition of Never Sleep Again, the Nightmare on Elm Street Legacy documentary that is so damn good. And so with this and with the box set itself, it's just a 1-2 punch. And for me, bucket list achieved, man. I mean, truly, it is just that damn good, man. And I couldn't really help myself because, look, at the end of the day, it was like $160 something plus tax. So what, it was like $180, give or take. And this thing is getting sold out eBay prices are going through the goddamn roof. People are finding any and all ways to try to grab this thing, man. And hopefully it goes back in stock. Hopefully there's some extra copies to be had. Hopefully you pick one up and don't have to break the bank in order to do it. But the $180 is easily well spent, because for an iconic villain like this, I think it's pretty damn well deserved.
You bet your ass it is. Killing teenagers in nightmarish ways, 4K style. What a rush.
Oh, it truly is, man. I just gotta keep it away from the butter knives. Indeed I do, man. And as long as I do that, we'll enjoy the Freddy love, man. Indeed we will, baby. Hopefully you enjoyed the unboxing. Hopefully you picked up one yourself, whether it is the regular 4K edition or the 4K Steelbook edition, whether you're in the UK, America, you name it. Hopefully you get to enjoy all of the Freddy love 4K style, baby. Hopefully you do indeed, man. I definitely gotta catch up with Freddy, and I believe it truly is the season to do it. Yes, indeed, man. Let me know if you got one of these sets. What is your favorite Freddy movie, Freddy kill? And I think it's about time to put the knives away and get into some 4K love. Now I just have to convince the girlfriend to do the same.
Maybe she won't have a choice.
See what she has to deal with. Take care, kids, and remember,
I'll see you in your dreams.